Thank you for joining me for day 8 of the 15 Minutes to Quilt Challenge.
Hello, welcome back to Quilting Color. My name is Shalina.
I hope that you get a chance to sew along with me so you can enter to win prizes. Today and over the next several days, I'm going to show you how I made this heart and arrow quilt. Stay tuned to hear the secret word of the day. I hope that you enjoy watching this quilt come to life as much as I enjoyed making it. So far, I've cut the fabrics and put together some of the components for the arrowhead block. Let's see how much progress I can make in the next 15 minutes. Okay, so here are the pieces for my arrow. I just need to press them. So here's the flying goose unit. You do those cent, and here's the arrow that goes in between here to finish this off. And here's the little pieces that I had to put together for the feather. You'll notice that these two pieces are actually different from each other so that they can mirror each other. So it is very careful to follow the directions so that they will mirror correctly. And they go this direction. Up, no. This is why it's not working. Okay. So this goes this way. And then these little pieces go to the sides of this so that they will match up with this. So I'm going to sew these together, press again, sew this with that, and then I can add this so that I'll make it two different pieces then. And I also want to make the heart that's going to go on top of this. And I'm going to use the same fabrics, probably the darker blue and the yellow, just to keep this project really simple. And I'm thinking of making them with the half square triangles for the bottom of the heart. The top will just be rectangles with the corners chopped off so that the heart shape will look like heart. But let's finish this off and then we'll worry about the heart. Okay, one of these seams needed a little bit of extra reinforcement, so I sewed it again. And now I can just press these out. The size of this is a little bit off. From each other, but I'm not really worried about that because I can just trim off the parts that I don't need. And we need it to be this direction, like this. And so now I can sew these two pieces onto this, here and here, to finish off these parts. Now I'll just sew the center piece to both of these and then finish this off. Now it's just a matter of adding this part to the quilt, to the block, and this block will be finished. I do have some issues with the sizing of this because this is bigger than this, but it probably has to do with the way I sewed things together. Yeah, you can see this tip is not equal with this one, and I think that's fine. I could easily fix that, but I don't think it's necessary. So I'll just go ahead and sew. I'll trim this part off, and then I can just sew this on here. You can see that this just needs to be a little bit higher up to make them match. Okay, so I'll just sew this part on and I'll be back. Here's a little sliver that I trimmed off of this to make them match. And then I sew together. I sew the tip of the arrow. And now this arrow is finished. It's not as long as I was expecting, but I think that'll be fine. I have to think about what size I want the heart to be. Maybe this, about this much. And I'm trying to decide now whether I want to make it an applique heart or whether I want to make it a pieced heart. Initially I was thinking that a pieced one would match this better, but an applique one would probably be easier because I can just fuse it on. I think I'll go ahead and keep going on with the pieced process. I'll just make it improv style so that I don't have to worry about being perfect. Just like here, I kind of did it improv style just because I didn't worry about the little edges and things like that. Oh, these are backwards. I didn't even notice that the colors were different here. That's interesting. So I guess that's staying too. I guess I could try to fix that. I have other fabric that I can use, but I'm going to leave it this way. That's okay. They can be different colors. That's a design choice, I think, and not a mistake. It's a mistake that is a design choice now. Okay, so I'll go ahead and work on figuring out the heart situation. I'm going to use the same fabrics. I'm going to use the darker blue and the yellow, and we'll go from there. I think I just put the white fabric on the wrong side, but the word of the day will be switched because I switched out the colors of my arrow block. Now I'm going to answer some questions that I got from my comments in the videos this month. It's question and answer time. Jazzy Joyce had asked me some questions and I thought I'd answer it in a video. The first question she asked is, what kind of batting do you use? I like to use warm and natural batting. I bought a whole bolt of it from Joann's. I was tempted to buy another bolt from the clearance sale, but there's not enough room in my house for 2 bolts of batting. She also asked about magazines. I like American Patchwork and Quilting. I get it when it's on sale at magazines.com and Zinio. I also like The Quilter, which is from England, from my library, using the Libby app. Finally, she asked what kind of threads that I use. I use essential threads. I buy them as a package from Connecting Threads, and I just buy the neutral colors, and they last for a long time. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'll be happy to answer them. I hope that you enjoyed watching me make progress on my quilt. I'll be back tomorrow to show you more progress on this quilt. I hope that you had a chance to sew along with me, and if you did, just leave a comment to let me know what you worked on today for your 15 minutes to quilt. The second way to enter is to use the secret word in your comment. Each winner will win a copy of the Quilt Journal, plus some other goodies. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all of your support. I hope to see you again in the next video.